Right then, this is the cheap adventure to Skopje in North Macedonia. And this is what the airport looks like. There's nothing really that interesting. So let's now go into the city and take a look at the absolutely dilapidated state of the main train station. It is so run down, it looks more knackered than some abandoned buildings I've seen. Let's take a look at it. There's only 7 trains a day running from this station. It is knackered. And looking around the station, what is really sad is you can see in this day it was well built. In the days of Yugoslavia, they built this station to be a main hub with loads of trains taking people all over the country. But in the modern day, since Yugoslavia collapsed, the railways here are in a state of disrepair. All of the lifts in this train station are abandoned.
Okay, maybe it is homeless living up there.
And let's take a look at the motor room. And it seems like homeless people often sleep in these motor rooms.
Fuck. Somebody still lives there. Where is he? Where's your mode? Fucking hell. It's gross. Let's get out of here before he comes back. That's where the home is as well. Where's my place is it? Oh, look at us. Creepiest place. Sad to see, this used to be a major station. You can tell it was built to look modern in its day, and it's just gone to waste.
And let's go up the ladder to the roof of the lift shaft.
Wow. That is rusty. Look at that. The ladder's still okay, just these fences are rusty. Look at all this shit, looks like scrappers have had to go at it. Yeah, that looks like scrappers. Long time ago this station would have been really nice. It's really sad. How can they just let it deteriorate like this? Okay, aircon's on, there's people living in that. Okay, squatters. This railway is a complete disaster. It's a shame. I want to actually go on a train. I don't know if I'm going to get on one this way because they're so infrequent. I don't know what to say about this station. It's in such a state. There's about 8 trains a day leaving this station. Some very early in the morning, some very late at the evening. None in the middle of the day, none at a time that people actually want to travel.
So let's now take a look at the bus station, which is located below the train station, and it looks very grotty.
There's a goods lift to your station. They're empty.
Now let's take a look at the buses, which are some fake route masters based on the London route master of all buses, and they're actually worse than the Boris. I didn't even think that was possible. So if we just have a reminder of the Boris bus in London, which was meant to be a modern day recreation of the original Routemaster, in Skopje they've done something very similar, but they've made so many disastrous design mistakes on it. Let's just remind ourselves of Boris's Design the New Bus competition, which he did when he was mayor. All of the winning pictures were clearly done by people that were clueless about buses. What the fuck is that? It's with a front engine. But that's just not going to happen. You're not going to get a front engine bus in the modern day. Could they have at least got people that knew about buses to do these? Well, as bad as the Boris is, at least it doesn't pretend it's got a front engine, because it's a hybrid bus with the engine and the cabinet at the back. But a reason why it's a failure is because the engine does not rev when it needs electricity like a hybrid should do. Instead, it just revs away at a constant rate irrelevant to what the bus is actually doing, which makes it not that efficient and is also very harsh on the batteries. The open platform at the back was never used outside of the trials, and the bus is very slow. The Boris bus just fails at all the things it was supposed to do. Now, let's take a look at the fake Routemasters in Skopje, designed and built by Yutong. Now, these buses are not hybrids. Unlike the Boris buses, these are just regular plain ordinary diesel buses. But the thing that just stands out as being completely fucking crap about them: why the fuck is it designed to look like it's got a front engine when it's actually got a rear engine? Because of course that's how buses work in the modern day. So look at all that wasted space at the front. That space could have been used to increase the capacity, but they've wasted it just so it looks like an old-fashioned bus. And as for the performance of the bus, it is fucking shit. My first ride on this bus was going up the mountains to the cable car, and it struggled with the hills. So I ride this bus along to the cable car, which is a Doppelmayr, and it's a very modern and nice cable car, and it works surprisingly well considering that this is probably the only form of public transport in the entire city that actually works properly. Although, what's weird is they only run it for half an hour every hour, which is a bit strange, but I guess that's okay. Let's take a ride on it. And go up the mountain to see the view. But it was very foggy up the mountain, and the higher I go up in this cable car, the more foggy it gets. And continuing upwards, it gets so foggy I can't see a thing. And here I am at the top of the cable car. Just look at this wonderful view of the city. Doesn't it look amazing? Oh, wait, I can't actually see anything. And at the top of the cable car, there's actually this tower in the shape of a giant cross. I can't even see the top of it. This actually has a lift going up it, up to a viewing platform at the top, but it was closed as the lift is not working.
I can't see the top of a cross thing.
There's also all these antenna masts. So I thought about waiting for the fog to clear, but it actually got more foggy.
It's even mistier now. You can't even see the tower at all. You can't even see the masts.
So as the cable car only runs half an hour for each hour, the cable car is stopped and here's the sound of it starting up. So down I go on the cable car.
Oh yeah, I can't see a thing. I really can't see the top station. It's really misty. That's better. I'll actually see now. That's more like it. I can actually see. It's so foggy up there.
So at the bottom of the cable car, I go to get a bus into town, which runs every hour and a half. A completely shit service to serve a tourist attraction, especially considering a cable car runs every half hour and an hour, so that's an hourly cycle. So that means every other bus journey is going to time up to a time when the cable car's not running. Why did the public transport not time up with the cable car operating times? But a bus didn't turn up. Apparently these buses regularly break down and they regularly don't show up when they're supposed to.
Well, it seems like the fake route master thing's broken down because it hasn't turned up. No information, no one knows where it is, so it looks like I'm on a long country walk back into town, but it's not much of a problem. It's actually 2 miles directly to the main train station. The problem is because it's on a mountain, it's all wiggly roads, so it's not actually like a nice straight 2 miles. So it's more like 3.5 mile walk. Well, there's a bit of trash URBEX to see. Very trashed. There's this shit URBEX, it's not really my thing, but this is what it looks like. Very trashed. This is typical, but I actually kind of expected this. Looking how knackered those buses were. You got a bus every hour and a half to the cable car. Like, what sort of service is that? It's like your main tourist attraction in the area, and the bus is every hour and a half. It looks like it's clearing up there as well. I should have stayed up here a bit longer and I would have seen it. Oh, that's a shame. What's funny is the online travel advice actually says if you're going to the cable car, go in the morning, as by the time it gets to the afternoon, either a bus gets extremely late or it breaks down by that time. And it looks like that advice isn't wrong. Like, what's the point of having a tourist attraction if the public transport to it is so useless? Pretty much you have to have a car to get up there. Okay, got a weird little church thing, but is that drinking water? On the map it says drinking water. Do I trust that? I don't fucking know. Well, let's try it. Am I going to be more religious by drinking holy water? I doubt it. So, am I going to get converted to Christianity by drinking holy water? Well, let's find out. No, it's fresh tap water, but I'm not going to be converted though. That's one thing that will never happen.
So let's now go along to some tower blocks and along to the oldest lifts I found in Skopje.
This one's over here. It's a bigger one. Floor 12. Now, do I need to close both doors or just one of them? Let's find out. 12. There we go. What have they done to windows? They're taking out a whole window, but a smaller one in. Stop! And that's how you stop the lift. Look at this button panel. Stop. Yeah, it works. Alarm. That doesn't work. Oh, look, levelling would be single speed. The motor. Suspension switch. Fucking hell. It's missing the suspension switch. Fuck. What? This is the bigger lift. Okay. So you just take your weight off the plate. As soon as I step off it, it'll stop. Well, stop slowly, but yeah, you have to literally put all your pressure to get your foot, to get your weight off that pressure plate if you want it to run with the doors open. Otherwise, you have to shut a door. You have to shut both doors of these ones. Where's your lift? Oh, we're on top this, but I didn't trust that. And the thing is, it's one call at a time, so I can't exactly set up calls when you get on top. Does the alarm work on this? No. That is fucked. Interestingly, the name is not in Latin on this one.
And now let's take a look at the university, which has got some epic concrete brutalist buildings. Just notice how the top 3 floors have a larger balcony than the other floors. I have no idea why, but it makes it look very interesting. And this place has got some concrete brutalist bridges. But sadly, the lifts have been replaced.
Door closing. Door opening. 14th floor.
Ah, the overhang balconies. And the top 3 of them are larger than the others. Weird place. It's good brutalism. I like it. What the fuck? Brutalism roof garden. Oh, that's why you got a little bridge to get you to a roof garden. That is interesting. Oh, I've blocked off the bridge. How dare they? This floor, isn't it? Yeah, oh no. I wanted on the Brutalist bridge. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh well, whatever.
And I log into the city centre. And in the city centre, there is a lot of statues. This is located in one relatively small part of the city, where unlike the rest of the city, everything is really well maintained and made to look nice. But it's really weird that in the modern day, they've kept it looking so communist. There's statues everywhere.
What the fuck? Bridge of statues. This looks like communist, but different sort of communist to Soviet Russia. Sort of different, but it's sort of interesting. Look how many there are! Statues everywhere. Built in 2012. Oh, that is weird. Well, look at this. I sort of think like this is dating back to communist times, but it's not. It's modern. Why? Why put up so many statues? That's just so weird. Look at them all. Loads of them. Everywhere you look there's statues. So fucking weird.
And along to a communist shopping centre. This place looks really brutalist.
God free or was that locked off? Sweet. Yeah, this top floor looks rough. This lift is so shit. Shame, it's a nice shaft lift, but I've not maintained it very well. Yeah, floor 3's the roof up there. This is a rough looking shopping centre. Well, it's crane climbing time, except they're workers and they're not wearing high vis. If that was England, you assume that's an URBEX or a trespasser, but no, it's a worker, no high vis needed. Looking quite rusty at some places. There's the extender, so I'm guessing that's going to be as tall as that one, so I've got an extender on it. Not in very good condition, it's probably third hand.
And now along to a modern shopping centre.
Fuck! Oh my days. What a piece of shit! Spanish cheap shit. That's actually physical. This is one of the worst.
And now along to the Vera shopping centre. To be completely honest, the shopping centres in Skopje were not as impressive as I would have liked them to be.
Piece of shit. That's one way of getting your products noticed, how it's moving. And running? No, it does stop you going from it. Okay, end cruising or resume? Resume.
And looking up at the mountain, the fog has now cleared, which is a bit annoying. I actually thought about going back up the cable car again, considering it cost only £1.80 for a return ticket, which is very cheap for a cable car, but I didn't, simply because of the shitty, unreliable bus service to actually get to the cable car in the first place. Now along to the next shopping centre, which is the Eastgate Centre.
That's why the music's so loud in these lifts. As loud as I've ever had it. I don't know how I'm meant to film this. Fiddle. Oh, this one's also got loud music. I don't get it. Why do I have to have it so fucking loud in these lifts?
Let's take a look at the price of food.
Okay, this came for £2 for olives, crisps and yoghurt drink. At least they do all natural crisps here, unlike Montenegro where everything was artificial.
And this pizzeria thing cost just £2, although it is very small and I had to eat 2 of these plus something else to get full up. And here's another shopping centre. Bong! Why is it always a fucking bong shop? And now we go to the next shopping centre. Just imagine having this job of driving a floor cleaner, knowing at any moment you're about to be made redundant as your job is about to be replaced with a robot.
And on the third floor, there's a secret area. Right, look at this, does it work? Oh, hold on, what a weird area. Oh well, that's where I've come up to on the lift. Let's go -3. Why have they not got 5500? These 3300s aren't good enough for a shopping centre and for the size. It's quite big as well, they put in the 3300.
So then, in Skopje, there's actually two different groups of people, and these two groups don't integrate with each other. There's the more Western Christian people, and there is the Muslims. These two groups are actually different ethnicities, although with my travels across Yugoslavia, I didn't really notice it until I came to Skopje, mainly because the difference in skin colour between the two different groups is only very slightly different. The lighter skinned people are the Christians, and the slightly darker skinned people are the Muslims. Now, the city's actually divided up into two different areas, the Christian areas and the smaller Muslim areas. Let's take a look at a church in the Christian area.
So, that is a church, not a mosque. In fact, it could easily be a mosque, especially when you've got the megaphone. The amount of holy water I've drunk on this trip. This trip I'm going to be turning religious at this rate. No, that's not happening. No, at least churches get out free water, so I guess that's, I don't know, maybe it's just a culture here, maybe it's a Christian thing to do, to give free water. I don't know, maybe it's meant to make you religious if you drink it, but it's not working on me. Look at this church. That could so easily be a mosque. It's got a little tower, it's got a dome, but no, this one is Christian. Like, to be honest, there's barely any difference between Christianity and Muslim religion. So everyone in England acts like they're so different, especially far right, but they're not. It's so similar.
And now let's go to the Muslim part of the city. And when you enter into the Muslim part, it's like you've gone to a different country. It is completely different. The difference is far more noticeable than any of the other Yugoslavia countries. This part of the city actually looks a bit like the Middle East, or even possibly like North Africa. It even smells different to the rest of the city, because it actually smells a bit like a North African Medina with all of the different spices. Now, what really stood out about this is the lack of integration, which is very different to London, because London has got loads of different ethnicities, but in London you often just don't even notice people's skin colour, because even though there's loads of ethnicities, people in London are all culturally Londoners. It's a multicultural city. London has its own culture, its own way of doing things. Everyone gets along and people's skin colour just becomes irrelevant. People have friends of all skin colours. In Skopje, this doesn't happen because of the lack of integration. The two different groups keep themselves separate, and it's because of having these separate groups is what caused the Yugoslavia wars. In the modern day, all those wars are over, everyone seems to live alongside each other perfectly happy and peacefully. But even though they're peaceful with each other, they don't integrate with each other, because the Christians and the Muslims keep themselves separate. That is not how things should be. People literally have to work alongside each other, but don't make friends with each other. That's just fucked up. But anyway, as I'm in the Muslim section, let's now take a look at a mosque. So, along I go to some tower blocks, and let's tick off North Macedonia for the countries I've lift surfed in.
That's a weird mod. Live inner doors. Turn that off. That's better. Oh, there's not really much to say about this. I've sort of done a kind of okay job in sort of fake marble. Those inner doors just look shit though.
So then, back along to the railway station, where there's only 7 trains running each day. Some of the trains are early in the morning, so early that I don't even know who uses them, and the other trains are in the evening. There's no trains in the middle of the day when most people would actually want them.
Wow, look at that. And the video's not playing in reverse, it actually is going backwards. Fucking hell, that's knackered.
So despite the lack of trains, 2 trains depart roughly at the same time. One of them is a loco-pulled train.
Oh, the electric's on. After all that, electric's actually on. No lights on.
And the other one is a diesel multiple unit, which actually seems quite modern on the inside, although when this thing's actually in motion, mechanically it is rather knackered, mainly due to the bad track wearing out the train. Let's take a ride on this train. And here's the end of the railway line, just 20 miles from Skopje. That is a very short journey. The railways go much further across this country, but most of them have gone abandoned. And on this particular route I'm on, there's only 2 trains each way per day. And this is the evening train, there's no more trains after this, so I had to get the same train back again into the city.